What's up, guys? MrGimms back again for another GimmsRant. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Today, I just want to do sort of my overall thoughts and opinions on the PTB, sort of like a chapter overview, if you will, of the latest chapter, and go into some other little side things, as well, because there's a couple of things that are knitting. There's a couple of things that are annoying me, but we'll get to that. Basically, overall, this chapter, the PTB that we're playing on currently, has done really well. I think most people can say they're pretty happy. Obviously, there's still a lot of people, that will complain no matter what. But I think Portrait of a Murder will definitely go down as one of the best DLCs, maybe, if ever. I mean, the last DLC I was actually really hyped about was probably, probably Blight. And that was the last original chapter that I really cared about. But, we're getting a new map as well, and it's been since, what? Pyramid Head, Silent Hill chapter since we've had a new map, and it all came together for this PTB, and overall, if you watch the VOD back, you can tell that I'm excited. I brought back that passion again that DBD gave to me years ago, so really good stuff. Really good stuff. I do want to quickly mention something that's a massive issue in Dead by Daylight at the moment, and Behavior have not responded in any way, shape, or form. It's actually pretty disappointing that they haven't, but basically, hackers are rife at the moment, and not even just in DBD, but the world over. COD's had its problems. Vanguard's actually doing all right now, but games across the board are having a hacking epidemic at the moment, and what a disgusting story this is. Fog Whisperer and Dead by Daylight community member Elix was streaming, not on PTB the day before, and he was DDoSed. So the hackers are getting more aggressive now. Basically, long story short, the SWAT team came out and were pointing guns to his head live on stream, like actually on the stream. I haven't checked it out myself, but he explains the story completely here. Shit, he's now a proud owner of a VPN, so that's silver lining or whatever. But basically, he went through a very traumatic experience due to hackers, and I think this is really disgusting. So obviously, Dead by Daylight aren't going to respond here. They don't want to be put in the limelight or whatever. Like, that would be pretty bad for them, I guess, especially when it's actually affecting people's personal lives, well-being, and everything else. Just a little snippet I wanted to show you guys, because I was actually really shocked that I heard about this story. Hackers, guys, Behavior, make an announcement on it. Definitely tell your community what's going on. If anything, that would be the only thing I'd take away from this chapter. And it's not even like a chapter thing. It's just, quality of community, looking after your community, making sure they're okay. I know there's certain things you can't do, won't be able to do, but come on, man, you can definitely do something with this. Let's lock down that security, pay the right amount of money that's needed to get this security in place, and let's take hacking seriously, because it's quite disgusting how far it can actually go. So let's quickly go over the survivor perks. Obviously, I've done videos on this in the past. I'm not really going to take a lot of time to talk about this today, but I think the overall standouts of these perks this time around is gotta have to be the new boon totem, which is boon exponential. And like the name says, exponential, it is indeed that. A built-in 90% recovery unbreakable is extremely strong. I have managed to play the PTB for an extra few hours and against a decent Survivor Friends team, and it is going to cause problems. However, it's just the way the game's going now, and it's something that we're all just going to have to overcome, excuse the pun. Which is his other perk. But yeah, corrective action, that's sort of a mid-tier small perk. It's not really going to make a difference in high rank. And again, when I say high rank, I need to correct myself. I mean high level play. I know ranks don't exist and they don't matter. Yeah, it's okay. Overcome is just like the most, in my opinion, boring fix to an idea. It's not even a fix. It's like it's going to make the game so boring. You run extra for longer after being injured, and I just think that's just really sloppy, and I think they could have done something better with that. we don't need to increase the W gaming meta. And what I mean by W gaming, for those of you who don't understand that, is just holding W and just running in a straight line. It just creates a boring time for killer, a boring time for survivor, and I don't think it should be sort of like focused on. And the reason why it's in this game, in this particular chapter, is because she's really hard to loop, and we'll get to that down the road, and I guess that was a perfect time to put that in. But yeah, it's going to cause problems. It's a good, strong perk, and, you know, none of this is OP. I think Boon Exponential is going to be a problem, but I don't think it's OP. I need more time testing in live, seeing how it is, how it goes, and I guess we'll find out moving forward. But overall, I think the perk's pretty strong. I think they're in a good place, and I think they did a pretty good job with it, if I'm being serious about it. So, good job. Kamina Mora, the artist, I still don't like the name. I've read her complete lore and history. I love it. It's cool. It's interesting. But the artist, don't know. I'm still hung up on that one. Weird. But going into her perks, into a little bit of detail, guys, they look great on paper. I just don't think they are that great. I've played around them a little bit more. Grim Embrace is a waste of time. There's too many prerequisites for it to do something. For 30 seconds as well. Like, so each time a survivor is hooked for the first time, so in other words, you need 4 hooks. The game's over by you've done that. Grim Embrace gains a token. You get 4 tokens. You get to block every single generator for 30 seconds at max rank. It's just really... it's just not enough. Far too much work to do in order to get that 30-second block. I understand it puts a pause on the game for 30 seconds, and I understand that 30 seconds is a long time. Getting 4 hooks on 4 different survivors in a high-ranked gameplay, which I have been doing, near impossible, pretty much won't ever get the desired effect that you need. So I think it's a bit of a waste of time. I think maybe they could fix some parameters up maybe, and it could become really strong. But right now, it's not doing anything for me at all. Scourge Hook Pain is pretty cool. Each time a survivor is hooked on the Scourge Hook, the following effects apply. The generator with the most progress explodes, instantly losing 9, 12, 15% of its regressions. 15% is massive, by the way. This survivors also scream. So in other words, it's like a good replacement for barbecue and chili, in my opinion. I think this is a really strong perk, and I think it's a good replacement for Ruin, in my opinion, as well as barbecue, right? Apart from, I mean, I only ever run barbecue, honestly, for the blood points. If I'm being serious with you for a second, same way I run We're Gonna Live Forever. But yeah, this is definitely a good knowledge perk, as well as getting to that perk that is of the most progress as well. It kind of destroys Deadlock though, doesn't it? I don't know. It just sort of like replaces that, I guess. I guess you could have both. I don't know. Will that stack? I'm not sure. Really good perk. Love it. Gonna run it every single time now in high rank. I'm gonna give it a try anyway. I think it's really good. I think it's worth the time. Hex Pentimento, I think they slapped a few ideas together quickly and went, yeah, right, that'll do it. Let's roll it out. While it looks great on paper and in stream, I was really excited about it. I've actually used it a fair bit more now. Basically, you see the auras of cleansed totems, so broken totems, and then you can rekindle them and make them into a new totem. Now, I've only ever gotten this to a point where it's one totem, as exactly what I said in the PTB. Basically, their repair speed is reduced by 20, 25, 30%, which is massive, by the way. That's really good. But then they can just find that rekindle totem and destroy it. And then once it's destroyed, it's destroyed. You can't bring it back. You can't rekindle it again, right? And to get 5 totems to get the max value out of it, which is never going to happen in higher rank, but it's there. The totems are blocked by the entity. It's a great perk. It's sort of like another massive plans perk, like Devour Hope. I love it. I love what it's doing, and I think it's really strong. But I don't think it's going to make too much of an impact at high rank, if we're being honest. But overall, there's a lot of new ideas here, and there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things going on upstairs with the cogs, so I can really appreciate that. Overall, I think these perks are some of the best we've seen in a while. Some of the killers recently, though, have had good perks, like Oppression, like Deadlock. You know, there's a lot of things that I really like about what's coming into this game lately. So, but this seems like these 3 perks are pretty cool. I really like them in general. I just think there's too much to do with a few of them. But, you know, it is what it is. Right, let's talk about the character's design. I love it. There's nothing more that I could possibly want from characters. I think the artist, well, again, I'm not crash hot on the name, and I get why her name is the artist. I get it. It just doesn't. It doesn't encompass the character in general for me. You're talking about one facet of her life, which is being an artist. I think there's so much more to that character, and the artist. It just doesn't seem badass. Do you know what I mean? Considering her power is extremely badass. Love her, wouldn't change her. Love her Mori, love everything about her. Her power is amazing. Art team coming in again. Amazing. Now, MrGimms. I think he looks alright. I don't think he looks true to what MrGimms looks like. I definitely think they need to do more in terms of that. I don't own an iPad. I don't know why he's got an iPad in his menu. Yeah, I don't get it. There's a couple of things that would change, but overall, I think he's pretty cool. He looks quite Chad. He doesn't look as Chad as MrGimms, though, and I think he could do with a lot more Chad in his diet, but that sounds strange. He looks good. I think they did a pretty good job with him. And the level. I want to talk about the level just briefly before I finish up here, and I love it. I think it's great. There's a lot of gray areas, a lot of dead zones in this map they need to sort out for survivors. I found myself struggling as well with that windows of opportunity. But we went around the map with a map tour. The video, it's in my YouTube if you want to have a look. We basically did a map tour and we went around. And there is 15 pallets, but it just seems like... I think the map might be big. I think, maybe. But it just, I don't know, the palette seems so sporadic and it just doesn't seem fluent enough. A lot of dead zones, good chaining areas. The main building was super dark for me. I don't know why. I know they're going to fix all these bugs come, live release. But yeah, the map looks cool. There's a couple of texture issues and things like that. Just as somebody who's been in game design, I point those things out and show people. But yeah, overall, really happy with this. It's a new realm. It's the only map in this realm, and maybe down the road we'll get more maps of this sort of design. But it's very cool. Fits in with the lore as well for those of you lore nuts, and I love it. But overall, I think this chapter will be again remembered as one of the greatest chapters. Hopefully, she doesn't get nerfed into the ground. Hopefully, they leave her pretty much intact because we're going to need it. And I can't believe it. It's a very bold move for them to make another S-tier killer because I do believe she could be S-tier. I need a lot more training, a lot more time with her. She's up there, dude. She's definitely up there. Her anti-loop in general is amazing. But anyway, guys, what did you think? Drop your large comments down below. I am willing to read them. I always usually do, by the way. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And also follow me over on Twitch. I stream there Monday to Friday, 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., usually aroundabouts. All the links will be in the description below, as well as my Discord to get involved in my community. We are an amazing community as well. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm sorry I've got a lot of shit going on right now in my life. I'm sorry I'm still sick. I do want to create more constant content for you guys, and I am really trying my best. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm back to it tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Better together. Love you guys. See you later.